So we're gonna apply finger traps to Courtney, assuming that she has a distal radius or ulnar fracture that needs to be reduced. So the idea behind this is that we're gonna put pressure here to distract the fracture fragments out to lengthen them. So the first thing you wanna do is to put stockinette on the patient, because once you start, you can't really get the stockinette on easily. So again, make sure it's long enough to have edges to fold over. Something else I like to do is to take scissors and to cut this little extra fold of fabric here so it doesn't cause a pressure point for the patient. You'll cover that up with your web roll later. So now we're gonna find the right size finger traps for Courtney. Ideally, what you want the finger trap to cover is both the distal interphalangeal joint and the proximal interphalangeal joint. So you want to push the finger trap down over that joint. We discovered earlier that Courtney has in-between size fingers, so you're gonna have to pretend that that goes over. And then you can either use the middle finger or the ring finger, but the idea being, if you use these two fingers or these two fingers, that it holds the arm up in a straight position. So I often use the ring finger. I know Dr. Mortensen prefers the middle finger. Either is acceptable. This is a better fit for this, but again, Courtney's kind of an in-between size. So now I need Courtney to slide all the way over to the bed on the edge. Understanding that Courtney's arm's not broken, your patient may have more trouble doing that than Courtney just did. Now this isn't gonna work, right? So first, think about putting this over ahead of time and not dropping it on your foot. But if you forget, you can always slip this off and then slip it down over there. But so we're gonna need to put this up higher for Courtney so she can get her arm at that nice 90 degrees. So we're gonna put the finger traps loops over these hooks. You can also adjust the bed up higher if you feel like the patient is too short, and you can pull this up so that ultimately you've got the two fingers with this, the weights hanging over it, and the patient's arm at a 90-degree angle. It's also not a bad idea, while you've got this here, to go ahead and cut 2 holes for her thumb. One for now, and then one for when you fold this over later. There we go. Because eventually when you wrap it, this will come back down and fold over nicely. This splint should also stop at that transpalmar crease, giving the fingers the ability to move. You then will wrap it with stockinette, leave this in place. The physician or provider may mold the splint a little bit when they put the sugar tongue on, and then the weights and the finger traps come off.